This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Hello and welcome to the Squiz Quiz of the week. I'm Andrew Williams. I'm back once again to test your knowledge of everything that has happened in the news this week. And it's an exciting one for us today because we have two special guests with us. The hosts of the podcast Double A Chattery, Amanda Keller and Anita McGregor. Now, I'll introduce you one by one, Amanda and Anita. Amanda, of course, people will know you from the living room, talking about your generation, the piano, about 30 other things that I could go through. You co-host Jonesy and Amanda on Gold FM. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Andrew, I'm going to wait while you list all those 30 things, if that's all right with you.
Do you have an IMDb? Can I load that up very quickly?
No, but I do have a visible panty line, if that's the same thing.
Okay, that might be more appealing to the video audience.
I doubt it.
And Anita, you do not have 30 things on an IMDb, I'm assuming, but you do have a fascinating day job, which is you're a forensic psychologist. Can you tell us a little bit about that for anyone that might not quite know what that is?
It is the intersection between the psychology and the law. So it is really working with courts, with offenders, with victims of crime, with police. So I am a practicing psychologist, although I teach now.
Yes. So you've got this podcast together, Double A Chattery, where you bring your, let's say, differing perspectives. You've been friends for a long time, right?
But how long have you been in Australia, Anita?
About 20 years.
20 years. And we go for a walk every weekend with my dog and we talk about all kinds of things. And we thought, why don't we actually talk about that stuff in a podcast? Because working in the media, there are a lot of perspectives being flown around, but I always felt that Anita's opinion offered something different and humane, but also stupid. Because even though she has that, that lilting voice and has that important job, she's as stupid as the rest of us, which is always a relief to find out.
We laugh.
It makes the rest of us feel better.
Absolutely.
Are you ready to get into the quiz?
You betcha.
Absolutely.
All right.
Bring it
Excellent.
on.
That's always good to hear. So as always, we've got regular listeners and viewers will know we've got 8 questions. They're worth 1 point each. And if you happen to be on the same score at the end of the quiz, we do have a tiebreaker as well, just in case we need to separate you
But we might
out.
arm wrestle.
Yes, exactly. Well, we can do that as well. That, again, great visual content. So the more of that we can get in here, the better. All right, let's kick it off with question number 1, and we're starting with international geopolitics, everyone's favourite subject. So a ceasefire that was overseen by President Donald Trump between 2 countries in Asia in October is on slightly shaky ground this week because Thailand has hit pause on this agreement. Which neighbouring country is it having this dispute with? And I am going to give you a multiple choice option. So is it Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia or Cambodia?
You're making me hungry. That food sounds delicious.
Yeah, really. That's a buffet you want to get to, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we've got Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia and Cambodia. You're writing your answers down and then we'll reveal them. We're being very careful about not cheating as we always are.
No, Anita, don't look.
I'm looking. No, I'm not looking.
Anita, I'll get you to go first.
I think it's Cambodia.
Amanda?
I think it's Myanmar.
Anita, you are off to a flyer. It is Cambodia. Very well done.
Wasn't Myanmar in the news around all of this?
It was. Unfortunately, the peace agreement between the 2 countries in October was not, specifically between Thailand and Cambodia.
I don't know if I can keep going. All right, I'm not competitive.
She's weeping as we
I'm
speak.
not competitive in any way. Okay, bring on question number 2, Andrew.
Yes, let's do question number 2. Look, I'm just happy I'm not being attacked because normally I'm the one that people are calling names very
Okay,
early
we'll turn on you at some point.
Can we get to pop culture? She knows nothing.
I know nothing about pop culture.
Don't worry, that's coming. And don't worry, Amanda, I've got an absolute all-time softball for you here. So here we go. Question number 2. I'm not setting you up, I promise. John Laws, the veteran Australian broadcaster, died this week at the age of 90 years old. Which Australian city did he primarily broadcast from?
Oh, you're going to know this. This is, I'm going to guess.
Myanmar or is it Laos,
Do I get multiple choice here?
I'm afraid I've dudded you and I'm not giving you multiple choice on this one. I can only apologise.
Okay, I just guessed.
Okay. Amanda, Which city did John Laws primarily
He
broadcast from?
had a voice as if he had 18 testicles. Rest in peace. He broadcast from Sydney.
Oh, really?
Anita.
I thought Adelaide. I
you?
just guessed.
I will never forget Valvoline.
Valvoline, know what I mean.
Valvoline.
He had a country album as well. He had a variety. He wrote
did.
poetry. He had a song called She's Let Herself Go, which I always thought was nice.
Yes. A nice one to sing at a wedding.
That's right.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've evened it up there, Amanda. It was indeed Sydney. You worked for two.
Well done, Amanda.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it.
I just like to lob up a softball here and there. So that is 1-1 after 2 questions as we move on to question number 3. The Liberal and National Coalition has been in trouble all week over an internal long-running battle over net zero and where they stand on it. But some members of the two parties put on a performance at Parliament House over the weekend that could act as a theme song for the coalition going forward. What song did they perform? I have a multiple choice
Phew.
Oh, yeah.
options for you here.
Because I think
Was
I know
it-
something, and then you put all that information in the question.
Yes,
Okay.
this is a common complaint as well that people have about the quiz. So the question has all the stuff they know, and then I keep going. Is it A, Love Will Keep Us Together by the Captain and Tennille? B, Never Tear Us Apart by INXS? C, We Belong Together by Mariah Carey? Or D, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift? What song was performed by members of the coalition? Was it A, Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille?
Who wasn't a real captain, I hope you don't mind me mentioning. Didn't
No,
have a,
he had no military rank.
didn't even have a boating license.
She doesn't get a point for that, okay?
Wasn't even on a sports team, just not a captain at all. I hope her name was Tennille, otherwise everything is
That's right. Everything we've ever known is just a sham.
Yeah.
It's a shambles. It is Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. B, C, We Belong Together by Mariah Carey. D, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift. Anita, what have you gone for here?
I've gone for C. We belong together.
Amanda,
I've gone with Never Tear Us Apart.
you are correct. I think if
Well
they
done,
performed a
Amanda.
non-Australian song, there would have been complaints.
Oh,
so it had to be Never Tear Us Apart by INXS.
Well, it wouldn't have been Joy Division, would it?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's the opposite message they want to send as well. Love Will Tear Us Apart is probably not going to be the song to choose either. For a number of reasons, they wouldn't be picking that one. So yes, that is, we had Angie Bell on saxophone from the Liberals. Look, it's not the worst song I've ever seen performed on the grounds of Parliament. That probably goes to No Whyalla Wipeout by Craig Emerson. If
One
you
of
remember
my
that.
favourites.
It's one of the best clips ever, right?
Absolutely.
You're going to have to show it to me after.
I will show it to you,
Please,
Anita,
yeah.
please. You cannot go through
It should
life
be
without
on-
knowing it.
It should be on the citizenship test, I think. Question number 4. The Albanese government has announced a couple of new additions to its upcoming social media ban for under 16-year-olds. These new additions were last week. Can you name either of the platforms that was added to the list? So either one is fine. 2 new platforms were added to the list of ones that will be banned. Can you name either of them? And I'm afraid no multiple choice options here.
I knew this.
I think he's banning semaphores.
Smoke signals.
That's
Yes.
right.
Amanda, I'll go to you first.
I remember reading this story very vaguely. I'm
Yeah.
going to say Snapchat.
Snapchat, Anita.
I said Snapchat as well, and I know I don't think that I think that was in the original banning.
You are correct. That was in the original
Oh,
banning.
Can I have another crack? Can I have another crack at it?
Yeah, I can't give you points, but go for it.
Facebook? Is that in the original?
No, that was in the original as well. We can keep going if
no.
you'd like. If you want us
That's
to.
I've
It
run
was,
out of
like,
information.
I just remember it was something that I was like really surprised at.
Well, there was one that I don't think many people have heard of, which is Kick, which is sort of a gaming live streaming sort of situation. The other one is much more famous, which is Reddit. That
Oh,
was the
really? Reddit?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So Reddit's been
Shame
in
I
discussions
didn't
for
read
a
it.
while.
Oh.
That's the kind of content we brought you on for, Amanda. Thank you.
Pun. You'll get a pun.
I'll take all the puns I can get. So yes, that makes about 9 platforms now. So in case anyone cares, it's X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and now Kick and Reddit. But more could be on the way. It's a changing, ever-changing thing, apparently.
Are there
Maybe not
more?
at this time, but-
Mum's shopping list on her on a notes on a phone.
Grinder.
Grinder. Let's ban Grinder and see how far we get.
Yes. I don't think the under 16-year-olds are on Grindr as it stands.
Oh, good one, Anita.
Thank you.
But, not on the list. None of the dating apps are on the list, probably because they're not supposed to have them on anyway. All right. We're after 4 questions. We have a score of 2 to Amanda and 1 to Anita. So don't worry, there's 4 more questions to come.
Okay.
Comeback is very possible.
Okay.
We'll be back in just a second with the second half of the quiz. So before we get into our next set of questions, I did want to talk to you more about Double A Chattery. You mentioned that you were having these chats on your walks together, and you thought, well, this is content that people should be hearing. Not to use the word content too much, but how did you get started, and did you feel like when you recorded that first episode, you thought, oh yeah, this will be a long-term thing? Because you've just crossed 100 episodes, haven't you?
We have 100.
Yeah, it is amazing. And part of that first episode, Amanda, was really about a decision about talking about Harley.
Yeah, my husband's unwell. And so I had always spoken to Anita about this, and I thought it's time to share. I work in the media. I talk on radio every day. I ask people to share their stories and their lives. So I spoke to family about it. And so we kind of started on a serious note. But then the next week, I think it was about romance books and our love of fairy porn. So we have covered a lot of ground. Most episodes, we laugh and cry in equal measure, not to mention wetting of pants. But so we cover a lot of fluids.
Yep. Hey, look, they're crucial to the human existence.
Absolutely.
Can't get away from them.
And because I do a daily radio show and I talk a lot anyway, but the content, there's that word again, that Anita and I do and the depth within which we can cover things has a very different feeling to it. And I just absolutely love it. It's a different shoot altogether. And it's a whole new world for you, Anita.
It is an absolutely new world for me. And it's so fun. I will kind of throw anything at you saying, let's talk about, this and, about dolphin sex. I had a really strange, read a really strange article, and then off we go. And it is really fun that we get to go and dive deep on really fun things and sometimes really serious things and just love it.
Yeah.
Is there something therapeutic about it? Do you find being able to kind of deep dive into not only those sort of the silly topics, but the personal topics as well?
Oh, there is very much for me. Anita has never kindly asked for an invoice for her services around me, which I appreciate.
Excellent. Well, it's terrific, of course. And where can people find it if they would like to listen to just all good podcasting platforms? Good podcasting platforms. You can get it on the iHeartRadio platform. You can also just get it. A lot of people who listen to our podcast aren't normal podcast listeners. So we always say just go to doubleachattery.com and you can find it there. Excellent. We will put a link to that in our episode notes as well. All right, let's roll on with the quiz. I'm afraid, Anita, I've got another Australian politics one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
What a shame.
Yeah.
But then we're diving to North America after that.
Okay.
So, which Australian parliamentarian received a special portrait at Parliament House in the last week to honour his 50 years in Australian politics?
What is as attractive as Gina Rinehart's portrait?
I think it's probably a better rendering or a more appreciated rendering. Let's put it that way.
Can I ask for a clue? Is it someone who is still a serving politician?
It is.
Oh, okay.
And I guess my clue would be that I ain't saying any more about it.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I know where we are.
Okay. You know where we are. my answer is Skippy the kangaroo.
Oh,
because really,
he retired 3 years ago, Anita, you fool.
Yeah.
I'm staying with my answer.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Thank you.
I think he could have been just as useful. I'm saying Bob Catter.
You are correct, Amanda.
Do you know Bob Catter with the big hat? And he's the one. He's the one who was saying about marriage equality. Let him fall in love. But people get killed by crocodiles all the time.
Yeah. We're very much going through some of the best clips of Australian politics. You can watch the Craig Emerson one after this, and then you can watch the Bob Catter one and just get a full education on it.
I really, this is a hard quiz for me because I really actually count on Amanda to go and give me all the background historical things. And clearly you've missed out on a couple.
Tell me that I told you about the Prime Minister that we just lost when he went for a swim.
Oh, yeah.
You do know about him?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Harold Holt.
Harold
You do know-
Holt. Yeah,
Okay,
I do
great.
know Harold Holt.
Okay, phew.
If
Well,
only
not
I could have
personally.
worked in a question on that. But
Yeah, could you?
Only.
Yeah.
didn't come up this week. But we are going to North America, but it is going to be sport, Anita. I don't know how you feel about
Okay, no.
All right.
But let's try.
Batting very badly here, but I think this is a chance. Okay, so the Australian basketballer Josh Giddey has had an amazing start to the NBA season. He plays for the Chicago Bulls, and as part of his start, he scored consecutive triple doubles, which is when you get 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in one game. Now, who was the last famous basketballer for the Chicago Bulls to achieve that feat? So before Josh Giddey did it, a very famous Chicago Bulls basketballer did it. Who was that person?
This is sport. So should I just go back to Skippy the kangaroo?
You can
just
pick Skippy
You can
again.
if you
Yeah.
like.
You can if you'd like.
But,
Well, I'll go to Amanda first. Amanda, what
yeah.
have you come up with?
I'm going to say, well, if he was an American, is he American?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Michael Jordan.
Anita, have you written down Skippy?
I have written down Skippy, unfortunately, because me and
Okay.
sports
Imagine
is
his
just not going to.
Skippy's little
I was-
arms playing basketball. So he could put it in the pouch,
He could have, yeah, absolutely. No traveling then.
bouncing.
Yeah,
He's got a
absolutely.
very good vertical leap.
Mhm.
That's right.
Skippy.
That's true.
You'd be doing
That's
well
true.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan is correct, yes.
Oh, well done,
so,
Amanda.
Thank you.
Mhm.
yeah, quite a long time. So the fact that Josh Giddey's achieved that and the last person to do it is Michael Jordan is some sort of stat. So he's going very well.
Mhm.
One of the highest paid Australian athletes in the world, I think,
Yeah.
at this
Ah.
point, behind only, I think Oscar Piastri is close to first, and then Dyson Daniels, another Australian basketballer in the NBA, is up there as well.
Wow.
All right, question number 7. The biggest supermoon of the year was a feature of the news late last week. It shares its name with an animal, but which of these animals does the supermoon share its name with?
Anita,
Is
you
it
should know this.
Oh.
A, cockroach, B, beaver, C, pelican, or D, hippo?
Oh. Yeah. Do you want me to answer first?
Did I give you too much
yes,
of a
if you can
clue?
answer
I'm
first, that'd be
definitely
great.
going beaver. I'm going.
Could you
full
isolate that
beaver.
audio?
Yeah, I was just about to say. We'll just split that up.
Anita's going
Use it
full
out of
beaver.
context.
I'm going full beaver. Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Probably no further comment from me is best. Amanda.
I'm going
What
full
have you
beaver. Am I allowed to tell you about when I was in Penthouse magazine with my beaver?
Yes?
I
I can't guarantee
Andrew's
it's going to make it into
panicking.
the edit,
I know.
but you can.
I had a photograph taken. They asked me to come and do a story for Penthouse magazine. And it was just going to story, obviously, and a normal photograph.
Obviously. Mm.
I said as a
Of
joke,
course.
I'll only do it if I can show my beaver. And so we're able to get hold of a beaver, but it was mounted on a board and it looked really scraggy. But anyway, I can always boast that I got my beaver in Penthouse magazine.
If you'd brought in like a model moon, you could have got your beaver.
I could click, clack, front and back.
That's right. Oh wow.
In case you were curious, by the way, why it's called the Beaver Moon, just in case anyone's wondering, no one really knows. But they think it's because it's about the time when beavers build their dams, coincides with the time that this moon happens, particularly in North America. So that's why. A point to you both there. Amanda, I think you have an unassailable lead as we go in, thanks largely to Australian politics. But we will go into question number 8 regardless. A 15-year-old named Pedro Elias Garzon Delvaux went viral over the past couple of weeks when he appeared looking impeccably attired in the foreground of a photo of the investigation into the heist of the Louvre. the
No, you've
French
given all the
museum.
information that I
Yes, I
knew.
know. I knew that. Okay.
Yes.
More.
This is a tradition. By what nickname did he come to be known? I will give you 4 options. Was he A, the sharp-dressed man, B, hat man, C, fedora man, or D, the dapper delight? One of those is real. The other 3 have been made up.
I actually think I might actually know this.
Should I go first?
okay.
Because Anita
Yeah,
might know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just guessing.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Anita might finish on a high. Amanda, what
Let's
have
see.
you gone with?
I'm
Mhm.
saying Fedora Man.
I thought
Anita.
it was the sharp-dressed man because. We're getting a
Unfortunately, it is fedora man.
Oh, Amanda, you just
Yes.
cleaned the floor
Listen
with
to
me.
going,
Oh, I know.
What a shame.
I know. Well,
He
you
was on
know.
holiday. He's 15 years old. He's on holiday, and if you've seen the shot, we'll put a link to that in the episode notes as well. But he looks incredible. in this.
And first of all,
all-rounded
didn't
shot.
when I first saw the photo, they were saying that he was one of the lead investigators. Everyone went, "Oh my God, this story has everything." And then you found out he wasn't.
He wasn't,
But he
yeah.
went to ground. He's only just come out saying, "Hey, yeah, it was me."
Wow.
Yes, exactly. That's why this is a story this week specifically, because he was an Associated Press photograph and he gave an interview to the Associated Press about it and explained it. He's actually a big fan of Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot, the famous detectives, and doesn't mind dressing like them as well. So, it's a great story. Amanda, very well done. Congratulations on your win. Anita, thank you very much for playing as well. Sorry, Amanda was a tough opponent.
Oh, she always,
tough.
as I said, she's my mentor in all Australian politics and entertainment stuff. So we're gonna have words after.
We're going
this
to have
thing.
words. Do I get a prize, Andrew? Do I get a prezi?
We don't really have the budget for that, but we will direct people to your podcast as the best prize.
Okay, all right. I'm
we
happy
can
with that.
offer to
I'm happy
benefit
with
you.
that.
Absolutely.
Benefit you both, and we really appreciate you coming on the show and spending some time with us. Hope you enjoyed it, and you've got some homework to do. Craig Emerson's No Whale Wipeout and Bob Catter's
Absolutely.
Crocodile video.
Coming soon.
Come in.
Lock those in.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's a pleasure. Thank you as well for watching and listening along with the quiz. If you're enjoying the show, you've got time to give us a review on Apple Podcasts. That'd be excellent. Just go to the News Club channel and you can do that. And we'll see you next time.